Now, Honorable Shri Sukhendu Sekhar Ji.
थैंक यू सर। आज मुझे लगता है कि ट्रेजरी बेंच का माहौल ऐसा है, शायद उनका मन में ये पुराना गीत गुनगुना रहे हैं कि कोई तूफानों से कह दे मिल गया साहिल मुझे, दिल के ए धड़कन ठहर जा मिल गया मंजिल मुझे। मैं बधाई देता हूं उन लोगों को, कांग्रेस पार्टी को भी, जो भी सफलता जिनको मिला है। लोकतंत्र में ऐसा होता है। और आज के दिन एक ऐसा बिल लाया गया जिसके लिए मेरे मन में बहुत अफसोस है। मैं वो अफसोस जताना चाहता हूँ। पहले तो एक बात है कि मैं सिर्फ दो क्लॉज का रेफर करूँगा। क्लॉज 9 सब क्लॉज 1, शक्ति सिंह जी बोला, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट may empower any officer to cause any item in course of transmission by the post office to be intercepted, opened or detained in the interest of the security of the state, friendly relations with foreign states, public order, emergency or public safety, or upon the occurrence of any contravention of any of the provision of this Act or any other law for the time being in force. Now, before I come back to this, if we look at clause 16, subclause 1, it says, the Indian Post Office Act 1898 is hereby repealed. तो रिपील हो गया वो पुराने एक्ट, लेकिन फिर क्लॉज 16 का सब क्लॉज 2 में बताया जा रहा है, notwithstanding the repeal of the Act, all rules, notifications and orders made or purported to have been made under the Indian Post Office Act 1898 shall, in so far as they relate to matters for which provision is made in this Act and are not inconsistent therewith, be deemed to have been made under this Act, and shall continue. So, on the one hand, it is repealed. On the other hand, the other provisions which are not inconsistent with this Act shall continue. So, हाँ भी है, ना भी है. Sir, I am coming back to clause 9(1). This section, according to me, fails to specify the procedures to be followed for interception by the authorized postal officer. What is the procedure that shall be followed by the postal officer while intercepting? National security, everyone, every citizen of this country is concerned. We are also concerned. Had there been any provision that based on the information received from central agencies who are dealing with the national security point, then also we could have agreed to this provision. But mere suspicion, on the basis of suspicion even, that authorized officer can intercept, open, destroy, anything he wants to do. Sir, this is arbitrary. This is arbitrary. And in plethora of cases, the Supreme Court has held that arbitrariness in executive action is antithesis to law, antithesis to rule of law. This government has not even shown any respect to the hundreds of cases, case laws, which have established this point. Sir, the grounds specified for interception is absolutely vague, that anything and everything can be brought under this provision. For example, the expression emergency, one of the expressions is emergency, other than national security. But the expression emergency has not been defined in the definition clause, that is clause 2 of this bill. So what is emergency? Nobody knows. Sir, this provision has given unbridled powers to the authorities concerned. And I remember one of the Supreme Court verdict, which was given in 1996, in the case of interception of telecommunications, where the Supreme Court held, that was a 1996 case, that a just and fair procedure to regulate the power of interception must exist. Otherwise, it is not possible to safeguard the rights of citizens under Article 19(1)(a) as a part of the right to life, the freedom of speech and expression, and Article 21, right to privacy, as a part of the right to life and liberty. It was reiterated in the People's Union for Civil Liberties versus the Union of India in 2004. Sir, in this context, I would like to refer another act passed in this year, the Jan Biswas Amendment of Provisions Act 2023, which removed all offences and penalties from many acts, including the Indian Post Office Act 1898, in the name of ease of doing business and ease of living. And virtually, in my opinion, the Act has turned to be Jan Avishwas Act in as much as it has ensured a free-for-all situation for the wrongdoers in detriment to public interest. Sir, in this bill also, Clause 10, Subclause 2 provides, and I quote, "No officer of the post office shall incur any liability with regard to a service provided by the post office unless the officer acted fraudulently or willfully caused loss, delay, or misdelivery of service." However, what would be the consequences if any postal officer fraudulently act or willfully cause loss to service? There is no such provision. Sir, kindly, 1 minute. In the Parent Act of 1898, there was provision for imprisonment up to 2 years and fine or both. That has been removed. This bill does not whisper about the private courier services, and they have been excluded from the purview of the bill. This undermines the equality before the law. This is too much of laissez-faire. Sir, finally, I submit that this bill, if passed, shall create another avenue in transforming our democracy into a surveillance state after the Pegasus Gate. And this is why I oppose this bill in its entirety on behalf of my party, All India Trinamool Congress. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.